Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Dudley Moore, drummer Louie Bellson, and animal expert Jim Fowler. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Thank you very much. Want you to know, tonight I will also accept write-in laughs. Well, the primaries are over in New Hampshire. Kind of exciting, wasn't it? The clear winners in yesterday's primary, as you know, were Paul Tsongas and Patrick Buchanan. How's that for a choice? I might vote for Bush as a protest. Tsongas was so surprised at the outcome, he called for a recount. Let me ask you a question. Does Paul Tsongas look familiar to you? A lot of people, you know why? Because he looks like that same boring geography teacher we had in high school, you know, a real dynamite speaker. All right, who can name the chief exports of Bolivia? Some Democrats didn't do too well, about like I'm doing now. I understand Harkin and Kerry are going to have to timeshare a delegate. Tom Harkin and Bob Kerry. Bush said today that the president actually said this. He said, this was a big victory for me. If you believe that, I have some Dow Corning stock I'd like to unload. Anyway, Bush said he's gotten the message. Did you read his quote today? And he feels America's economic pain deeply. Unfortunately, he said it too late for Oscar consideration. And Governor Clinton said he got his message across. Unfortunately, he left the message on Jennifer Flowers' answering machine. So, I'm gaining. Now, Bush left for Tennessee today. They don't know if he's down there to campaign or to join a jug band. Isn't that where the next primaries are in the South? Bush, he's preparing for a big showdown in the South. He has already seen fried green tomatoes twice. Now, we talked about Clinton. Now, the other people, you know, if you look into their past, one of the tabloids discovered that Tsongas had a sordid past, too. In the 1960s, he sent away to the Andy Griffith Show for an autographed photo of Aunt Bee. Here's a little-known fact you may find intriguing, if not amusing. Little-known fact, if Tsongas is elected, he will be the first American president since Eisenhower whose name can be used in the final round of a spelling bee. No. That's sympathy applause. I can smell that. Now, all the candidates are heading south for the next primary. Poor Jerry Brown. You know, hey, he didn't do too bad, but he was seen at the entrance to a freeway with a sign that said Georgia. Doesn't have a lot of money, you see. He received only 3% of the vote in New Hampshire, but a lot of the experts feel this is not an accurate representation. They claim he would have done a lot better, but a lot of his supporters couldn't get to the polls. They were at the opening of Wayne's World. They're talking of drafting. Cuomo didn't do too well either, did he? Get about 5% or something, but they're talking of drafting a new Democratic candidate. Now, no wonder you can't take the Democrats seriously. Look who they got. Paul, Bill, Bob, Tom, Jerry. Annette, Cubby, Roy. Like the Mouseketeers are running. According to a new book that just came out today of home remedies, the phrase, Patrick Buchanan, president, will cure hiccups. I have mixed feelings about Buchanan. I have mixed feelings right now. And I may tell you about him later, but I'm not sure about Buchanan's politics, but it's nice to know there is life after quitting a talk show. Think about that. Do you know much about Pat Buchanan? Very conservative. His health care plan, for example, is for the government to provide free leeches to all the citizens. See, that's an old-fashioned remedy. So he's rather conservative. A little international news. Maybe we should get out of this country, and I plan to do that quite soon. Did you read about the American submarine that collided with a submarine from the former Soviet Union near Murmansk in Russia? See, the Russians have a big problem because of economic conditions over there. Last week, they dropped their comprehensive in collision. But the American submarine commander may face disciplinary action. But there is good news. He's got a great resume for Exxon. Rushing along here, we got a good show. We have Jim Fowler has got some very exciting animals here tonight. From, yes, Jim Fowler, Remember Jim Fowler? Been with us many, many times. He used to be on Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Jim was always the one doing all the heavy work. Jim would be downstream trying to subdue a water buffalo in heat, and Marlon Perkins, dear Marlon, would be in the tent with a native girl, Tondaleo, trying to talk her into complete coverage from Mutual of Omaha. We also have Mr. Dudley Moore is with us tonight. And one of the great drummers in the world, Mr. Louie Bellson, is aboard. So stay where you are. We will be back.
Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. When dryness really counts, be sure to be dry. Sure Solid has the most effective wetness-fighting ingredient you can buy. For dryness no one can beat. So you're either sure or unsure. Sure. Unsure. Be sure to be dry.
Riding along in my automobile.
Okay, now this is a car that's definitely going places. The Elantra. So well built and worry-free, it even comes with its own security blanket. Service and maintenance free. Yes, free. In addition to the regular warranty, so about all you pay for is gas. Now, why go anyplace and anything else? The Elantra from Hyundai. Yes, Hyundai.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. Well, you're in a good mood, and that's wonderful, because here he is once again, friends, that famous visitor from the East. The all-knowing, the all-seeing, the all-telling, all-omniscient, famous seer, sage, soothsayer, and former professor emeritus at Princeton University for the advanced study of high-energy particle physics in nuclear research, making his final appearance on The Tonight Show, Karnak the Magnificent. I keep meaning to get that fixed.
Yes, please do that.
Yeah. I hold in my hand the envelopes. A child of 6, like my daughter Catherine, could plainly see. These envelopes are hermetically sealed. They've been kept in a mayonnaise jar in Funkin' Wagnall's porch since noon today. No one knows the answers inside these envelopes, but you, in your mystical and borderline divine way, will ascertain the answers to the questions, having never before heard the question.
If we have time for it now.
It's the last one. Let's go for it.
May we have silence, please, as I divine the answer.
You get a lot of that.
Fire 1, fire 2, fire 3.
Fire 1, fire 2, fire 3.
What did George Bush do to his campaign staff this morning? A good start.
A good start.
What do you call 50 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? Hell's a poppin'.
Hell's a poppin'.
What would take place if the devil gets Orville Redenbacher's soul? Whoa. Better be. Peg-o my heart.
Peg-o my heart.
Shut up. What is Dracula's least favorite song? Cheek to cheek, to cheek to cheek. What's the most popular dance at a nudist colony? Next on Geraldo. Where are you sure to find an albino midget transvestite? The Chicago 7.
The Chicago 7.
What's the most inept baseball team ever formed? This is how you treat Karnak, who's going away in May to Bombay to make hay with Doris Day. I say. Phew. Surf's up. How can you tell Roseanne Arnold's in the Pacific? Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. What's a real good way to set your underwear on fire? B12.
B12.
What's the only requirement of an Ozark wedding license? May your only daughter be with child from the GE sperm bank. The electric chair.
The electric chair.
What came after the kerosene chair? Whew. Black wingtips, brown sandals, white loafers. Name 2 kinds of shoes and what the Japanese call American workers. Holy cow.
Holy cow.
What's the official name of the Vatican Dairy? A hospital bed, a church altar, and Bill Clinton. Name 3 things with flowers on the side.
I hold in my hand the very last envelope.
Thank God. Green Acres.
Green Acres.
What would Kermit the Frog be holding if you kicked him in the wrong place? Cormac, leave never to see you again.
Adios.
I've enjoyed this many years.
It's been wonderful. Cormac had a final message, but it lost something in translation.
My dad is not a morning person. See? But once I get him to the shower with Coast, he gets better. The bold, brisk scent of Coast wakes him up. He likes the lather, too. He says Coast makes him feel like a whole new man. If it works with my dad, it'll work with anyone.
Coast, the eye-opener.
That's my mom. Here we go again.
Congratulations. You are one of the many fortunate people who have a life of getting gear. Always make sure the power switch is in the on position. Do not allow dust to settle on moving parts. Warning, not all lives are compatible. Check inputs and outputs before connecting. Your life is equipped with a memory function. This should in no way substitute for new experience. Getting gear.
Why are no yolks noodles lighter and fluffier than regular egg noodles? We take out the yolks and cholesterol and then add extra egg whites. But how do we get those special eggs? No yolks. We don't have what you don't want.
Bugsy, nominated for more Academy Awards than any film. 10, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. Bugsy, rated R, now playing.
The reason the band was playing a little softly is because we've had some animals on the show tonight, and sometimes with the lights and the crowd, they get a little bit skittish. Let's hope that doesn't happen tonight. My next guest is with many, many times, all the time we've been on the air. He's the host of Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom television series and a dear friend. Would you welcome Mr. Jim Fowler? Good to see you, Jim. How you doing, Jim? All right,
Nothing hidden.
now. Never know whether you're going to pull a beetle, a flying beetle out of your pocket or something.
I'm the one that gets skittish.
We got some kind of a setup here. I was watching from my office today, and they had a monitor on, and I was fascinated by what you're going to show the audience tonight. These are
well,
not domestic animals we're going to.
No, I've always wanted to do this and get up the nerve to do this on the show. I shouldn't say that just before you're about to leave the show, should I?
What is your parting shot at me?
This is my favorite animal that we're going to demonstrate, and it's something on all the years on Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. This is my favorite. So if you'll help us, and I'm not doing this just to sort of put you in an awkward situation.
I've trusted you all these years, Jim.
That's right. You're going to.
You only let me down with a flying beetle. The night the beetle flew, and you said I didn't know it could fly. And I said, what the hell else don't you know about the beetle? Could be the flying poisonous beetle.
That's right.
Who knew? So,
well, anyway,
you tell me what you want me to do.
can help on this one very well because, frankly, I've understood over the years you're very good with animals. I've noticed that, and very athletic. So this is a bicycle upside down. Your position is over here, right? Your position over here, you'll see the meat. Leave the meat alone because I don't want the cat to compete with you. It is a cat. All right, now this is a...
You're not talking domestic cat, you're talking cat.
We're talking cat. Okay. And if you'll kneel down, put your foot on this, right?
Foot on what?
This is a lure. I'm going to take this lure backstage.
What do I do? Put my foot on what?
You put your foot on there. And
on the board.
The way you crank this, crank it a little bit steadily. In other words, don't make it irregular.
Just steady.
This animal is able to run up to 60 miles an hour. It's
well, I'm not, Jim, so he's got a...
It's the fastest living animal, Johnny.
There's a handicap right there.
So, by the way, it's not a circus stunt. This is a zoological demonstration. This is one of the rarest animals, and an animal that's facing extinction.
A cheetah.
So we want to show you its personality.
All right. Just stay here.
Catherine Hilker, if you'll come here, and if we can have the curtains open.
Hello, Catherine.
Trained this animal. She's from the Cincinnati Zoo.
How are you?
Great
to meet you, Catherine.
And Catherine's going to stand by and show you a little more about it.
Okay.
Okay, now, we can have the curtains. If you'll notice our highly stressed cat back here in the back, right? I'm going to go back with the lure.
All right.
This is just a fast-moving object. You could do this with a pillowcase or almost anything.
Yeah. What is the meat for here?
You'll notice the cat is already...
I noticed, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, he looks a little spooked from here.
Now, excuse me, I've got to get this door secured here.
Yeah.
Here you go. I wish you could hear this cat purring.
I wish I could.
Doing a great job. And what we're going to do is, as you start rolling this, Johnny.
What's that, Jim?
As you start pulling this, Catherine's going to give me a signal now. I'll open the door, and you'll see one of the most incredible animals in the world.
How fast do you want me to turn this?
It goes this way.
Yeah, I go that way, and fairly fast?
Pretty steadily.
And you were going to do what with the meat here?
Well, this is his treat.
That's his treat?
That's his treat.
Well, can you move it somewhere up there? Yeah. I don't want something else to be his treat.
What's taking so much time down there?
Now, are we about ready for this?
All right, we're about ready.
Now, as soon as you say go, I start to do this fairly rapidly.
Right. Just steady.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Go?
Yeah, just steady. Go, let go. Woo, there you go.
Are you all right? Are you okay? Wow.
Very good. That was great.
See that?
That was great. This is a...
Oh, that... Now... Did he eat all of that meat already?
He's inhaled that meat, yes. And
that was about, what, a half a pound of...
About that, yeah.
That's a beautiful animal.
These feed
These
pretty
are
large
endangered
animals.
now?
These are on the endangered list. And the thing that's interesting, they're highly, highly specialized for speed. If you notice...
Right. Now, they can get up to 60 miles an hour.
You notice the hind quarters are very narrowed down. The cat's very long and slender. And this one, Catherine, this one's name is Kenya.
Kenya. Was this raised in the zoo?
It's raised at the zoo, and you can see this in Cincinnati giving educational demonstrations.
Isn't that a beautiful animal?
Incredible animal.
Can I touch him?
You can
look at that. Look at that.
Can you hear the purring?
Yeah, they're purring. It's just like a cat with a big diehard battery in him.
Yeah, that's right.
beautiful.
That was well done, but notice the length of the hindquarters and the length of the legs.
And he can run, of course, much faster than that. That was just a
Well,
short...
yeah, that was just a...
That's beautiful.
As much as we can do.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Beautiful animal. Okay. Come on, Kenny. Is that a beautiful animal? No.
These were...
What are we doing? We want to do a break? Then we have something else for you. Well, what a guy. We'll be right back after this.
I noticed you backed up a little bit there.
You know, it's really weird. We could wear the same size, but what covers you in all the right places might not cover me. Not a major problem, unless you're talking about a maxi. Now that's a problem.
But there's a solution. Always with Dry Weave for coverage in every direction and a clean, dry selection.
Ooh, this should fit.
Always protects with your choice of regular or long maxis for panty coverage front and back. And regular, long, or extra long maxis with wings that wrap around your panties for coverage at the sides.
Perfect.
Look for these symbols on every box to find your choice of Always with Dry Weave that's cleaner, drier, always.
See Sunday's paper for the Wheel of Fortune Watch and Win game. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited.
Get ready! New bite-sized Doritos tortilla chips are here.
Turn it on! Turn it on! With new bite-sized Doritos! Bite-sized! The crunch-tagious! Bite-sized! The cheese-rageous! Grab the crunchies that come in bunches! Turn it on! Turn it on! Turn it on! Turn it on! With new bite-sized Doritos!
Nacho cheese and Cool Ranch in the twin pack.
The Easy Spirit Color Playoffs. The Golds versus the Patents.
Looks like a hug, feels like a sneaker.
The Easy Spirit Shock Blocker Pumps.
There really is a sneaker inside these little pumps.
Tonight, Dave plans a tribute to our powers of creative thinking with stupid human tricks, plus Jonathan Katz and the Dirty Dozen Brass Band, only on Late Night. Bob Costas and Jason Robards.
We're talking, but what we're really thinking, we don't say.
Now, is that a talk show or is it life?
Okay, we're back. Now, we have another, obviously another member of the cat family here.
Right. This is, I don't know what he's found in your coffee, but...
Well, he can smell the Karnak bit.
We've got a... Johnny, again, I don't want to say, these do not make good pets. This is a mountain lion. This is specially under permit, specially trained, allowed to come in the state of California for this. We trained this cat specifically for the Tonight Show.
So there's a mountain lion, but it's also a cougar and a puma?
It's called a cougar, a puma, catamount, a panther, and a puma. So it's got a lot of names. Now, this one has been trained to show you the jumping capability of this cat. It's pretty phenomenal. So we once again want to use you in this.
Thanks,
if you don't
Jim.
mind, okay?
Yeah, you're...
All right, here we go.
You're a prince among the jungle.
Here we go. All right, Tim. Tim Seeger has trained this cat.
Hi, Tim.
From
How are
South
you?
Carolina.
Good to see you.
And it involves a... I want to show the incredible ability of this cat to jump. This involves a platform that I'm going to first hold.
I thought you were going to serve drinks, Jim.
I'm going to show you how to do this, Johnny, so if you look as closely as possible.
I will follow your every move, Jim.
Trick to this.
Yes.
I've got a... I thought I had a piece of meat. It pays to have a piece. Here we go. Yeah. Got a piece of meat. It gets a reward for doing this.
You're going to put the piece of meat on the board.
You can stand right here so you can see
Well,
how
I don't
this is done.
want to get in the way of the camera
okay,
here.
Right. Well, you can get right behind me.
That's where I want to stay, Jim, right behind you.
This, if you'll pull that down on my shoulder just slightly,
Jim,
all right?
you betcha.
Okay, Tim. Now, this cat, we've done this other places. You see the jumping ability of that, huh? All right. Now, it weighs about 25 pounds. If you'll bring the... I think when you're going to do it, you might as well use that. I'm a little taller than you are.
Yeah.
But if you'll put that on, and...
I feel like such a wimp. Well, I'm no fool either, you know.
Well, you know...
We got to be here tomorrow, although I don't know why.
You do... You do have a few more months to go on this thing.
Hi, Space Rangers. All right, what do I do?
Hold this like that. Put your hands in. I'll get this over your... There you go.
Cigarettes, cigars, chewing gum.
You got to get right about lined up. There
Where's
you go.
my meat?
There you go. Oh, the meat. Here we go.
Hold it. Wait. While Jim has the meat in his pocket, the mountain lion is going to eat Mr. Carson's feet.
All right, you stand there. Now, remember the initial impact.
Yes.
Put one leg out in front. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
This is great. Okay. This cat has learned this routine very well. Ready, Tim? Okay, let's do it.
I'm sorry. Please, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
Come on, there you go. There you go.
I'm sorry. Is he all right?
He's great.
Well, screw him. Thank you, Jim.
You did perfectly.
Thank you, Jim Fowler.
There you go, Tim. Yeah, let me get that off your back.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you. That was great, Johnny.
Well, the cat was tired after the first run, and he didn't make it to the board. I was right there, Jim.
That was perfect.
The cat was tired.
That was perfect.
But he's all right. He's not injured.
He
Okay.
came right back up. Yeah.
Okay.
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 I haven't been able to get too many people to do that with me.
Well, I can see why, Jim. we got a couple of minutes.
We got one more great animal. Okay, we got the... Let's bring them out. Come on.
Thanks.
Bring them out.
Oh, you got that in slow-mo?
Here we go.
We're going to show the repeat.
Fantastic.
On the camera. Can we show that slow-mo?
Wonderful.
Of that run? Bobby, run the... I want to see that myself, because... Here we go. You see, he's tired. You can tell he's tired.
There he goes.
Sure, yeah.
You notice he's
already eaten the meat.
Uh-oh. Very well done, I tell you.
Oh, okay. Oh, now what are these? Ocelots?
These are these are clouded leopards, and they're
leopards.
There's something that you hardly ever get a chance to see.
Oh, look at these.
These are also from the Cincinnati Zoo.
Look at these animals.
Well, we didn't want to miss an opportunity to have you see this.
What are you, clouded?
From Southeast Asia.
Listen,
highly endangered.
Can you hear them?
Yeah.
How old are
Highly
these?
endangered. Well, these cats are, Catherine, are these now, what, 4 months?
6 months.
6 months.
months old.
Okay.
They're babies.
Now, don't make the mistake if somebody comes to you and tries to sell you an exotic animal like this for a pet.
No.
These are not pets, although some people think it's very macho.
These are very gentle.
I certainly hope
Just
so.
up on the shoulder like that. That's great, yeah.
Yes.
These live in trees, Johnny.
The claws came
And
out
they-
right through the coat, Jim.
These, no, that's all right. Here we go. These are, these live in trees, and they're...
Well, put them in a tree, Jim. I'm not a tree.
Yeah, these are wonderful animals.
$500 coat shot to hell right there. Well, Jim, thanks again.
Quite an
It's been a
animal,
pleasure having you here.
Thank
Believe
you.
me. Thank you, Catherine.
Enjoyed it. You did
Thank
great.
you very much.
You did great.
Thank
Good.
you both. We'll be right back.
Things are different. The all-new Pontiac Grand Am proves it. Things are better because no import at its price can match the power of its 16-valve engine and the control of its standard anti-lock brakes. Not Accord, not Camry, no one. In fact, Consumers Digest named the Grand Am a Best Buy. Pontiac's new Grand Am, a new kind of excitement.
Yeah. The very first time I ate equal. It's such a personal thing. I put it in my cereal, I put it in my iced tea, I put it on half a grapefruit. I think that people don't realize how much sugar they eat. You're more concerned about what you put in your car than what you put in your body. There's sugar, there's the pink stuff, and there's equal. You have those three choices.
Only Equal has 100% NutraSweet. No sugar, no saccharin.
When I sit down to make a choice, I choose equal.
At GE, we have an idea that could help reduce carbon dioxide emissions. An idea that could save power plants 3 million tons of coal a year and 1 million barrels of oil. GE Energy Choice Lights. If we all change to these lights, we'd conserve our resources, and you could save enough on your electric bill to all but pay for the bulbs. GE Energy Choice. No wonder the light bulb is the symbol for a brilliant idea.
Okay, my next guest. Welcome back to Wild Kingdom. My next guest, you all know, I consider him a good friend. He's a very talented actor. Dudley's starring in a new motion picture called Blame It on the Bellboy. Opens on March 6th. He also is a superb musician and will be performing with the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra February the 23rd at Joseph Meyerhoff Hall. Would you welcome Dudley Moore? I'll tell you.
Hey, you know.
You like animals?
That was a fairly frightening sort of thing to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was when the mask came off, and then the
mask? Was that a mask you had? I'm kidding.
Very funny. Very funny.
Very. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. Is this a recording? No, I'm fine, thank you.
I want to talk about what they call adverts.
Oh.
In England. Now, people here, we call them commercials. They call them
we call them
adverts, basically, don't they? There's an advert on them.
Well, you call them commercials, yeah.
You know, one thing they do in English
England.
television that maybe people don't know about, at least on some of the stations, the advertisers don't choose where the commercials will go. They'll lump them all together in one spot sometimes.
Well, that I didn't know.
You didn't know that? Well, you're from England, aren't you?
I am from England,
You
yes.
silly,
yes,
silly daddy, you.
Silly daddy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that they lumped them all together.
Sometimes,
like that.
yeah.
Really?
They don't get to choose their spots like they do over here. Anyway, you've done some for...
I did some for excuse my laughter. I did some for a supermarket, which is called a hypermarket. It just shows you how pretentious they can get. And it's called a hypermarket, and it's called Tesco, and I'm constantly chasing these chickens. Isn't that fascinating?
Through? But there's no. Come on, let's be honest. There's big money in.
Well, yes. I needed some rent money, and I did that.
Of course, there's nothing. I wasn't being, you know.
Oh, I know you weren't.
I didn't say that in a pejorative sense. That's
absolutely.
a good, honest, clean living.
Would you ever say anything in a pejorative?
Of course not.
Not of course.
Does Ed play? No, he's.
No, Ed.
He does more commercials.
I think we're very much the same.
He's got everything working over here.
Yeah. I mean, you do a lot of advertising over here. I think it's because you laugh a lot and you smile a lot. You know, we're both the same sort of passive type.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Ed doesn't send letters to the people in England, though, saying you may have already won $10 million.
No, he doesn't say that, and I still don't know why.
But I will.
You will, yeah.
So somebody says you were in the California desert?
Oh, yes.
Doing a commercial, filming
We were doing
a
commercial for Tesco's, and I was looking for these...
No, what are you doing in the desert?
Well, I was still looking for these chickens. That's all I seem to do.
That's a running...
I look, it's a running gag, you see, if you'll pardon the expression.
No, that's all right.
A running gag. Yes. And I...
Try to hold in. Cheer down.
Cheer down. I'm in this place. I'm in this place called...
Are you been hitting anything? I mean, you're in more than a silly mood tonight.
I don't know. Well, I hear what I've just said, you know, and it keeps on coming back at me, and I think, well, that was very foolish.
No, it wasn't foolish.
No, I guess
But you're
not.
in the desert chasing chickens.
In the desert chasing chickens, you see, which of course is the first place you would go to if you wanted a chicken. Is the desert.
Right.
And we stayed in a place called Lone Thank you. Lone Pine, is it called? Lone Pine.
I don't know. You were there. I wasn't there. I didn't stay there. How would I know what it is?
About 4.5 hours.
Could be Log Pine. You don't know.
Yeah, it was... God, you get to the desert, and you drive for about 2 hours in complete darkness. I mean...
Well, you went at night, obviously.
Yeah, heaven help you if you...
No, it's not always dark. If you go in the daytime, it's bright as can be. I don't understand. What do you mean? Because you got to the desert, it was dark? You were obviously driving at night.
Yeah, I drove at night. We stayed over
naturally
at night.
It's dark.
Well, it was dark, but there was an eclipse, I think. Anyway...
Did you like the desert? Did you enjoy the desert?
No, the desert was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. It was really freezing there, in the desert.
Because you drove at night. It's very hot in the daytime.
Oh, is it?
Of course.
Oh.
Deserts get very cold at night, very hot in the daytime.
I found myself...
Because the sun goes down below the horizon, and they go, brr, it's cold.
Yeah.
The sun comes up, and they go, ooh, hot.
Yeah.
I think that's the fifth law of Newton.
And it was really very cold and uncomfortable, sitting on slabby stones and warming your hands by this artificial fire, which kept on going out because there was so much wind, you know.
Wind in the desert, too, huh?
Wind in the desert, yes. You can go anywhere and find the wind.
So how long did you... Are you an outdoor type of person? I think you're not.
I'm not really.
Did you ever go on a camping trip?
I did go on a camping trip.
Oh, did? Tell us about it.
Do you get a feeling that... No. I went with Brogan, actually.
Your wife?
Pardon?
Your wife?
Yes, right. And
you act like I just...
I know. Well, I'm talking to you, and I keep on thinking, well, you know. But I keep on forgetting that I'm talking to 75 billion. Is that right? People. Anyway, I went with Brogan, my wife, and we
Was it her idea or your idea?
Yes, it was her idea. Yeah. Yes, she used to get me on a raft, and you know.
Oh, you did the whitewater rafting.
Whitewater rafting.
I've never done that, but they say it's fascinating.
It is fascinating. It is absolutely fascinating. I don't know why. That's what's fascinating about it. I don't know why it's fascinating.
I suppose it's the call of the wild. You know, it's like Jack London, you know.
Yes.
Wild nature, rampaging.
Yes. Oh, yes. You know, you. Hello? I think that's my mother who just came in the studio.
Were you a one-day trip, two-day trip, three-day trip?
It's like a weekend. We were in
That would be about 2.5 days.
It was on the, what do you call it? The southern leg of the American River, is that right? Have I got it right? South leg? South leg, fine. I'm getting lots of desperate...
What state would that be in?
I don't know what state it's in, actually, come to think of it.
Well.
In fact, where are we right now? Are we in? No.
I don't think it really makes any difference.
I don't think it makes
where we are. I wish I was in the desert about right now, to be honest with you. But that's another story, and not too good either.
No, I've got some fascinating stories.
I'll bet you have.
But I refuse to tell them. No, I'm kidding.
I would save them.
Yeah.
Tell me about
Anyway, I've got to be... No, what?
No, come on, stay where you are. No, don't leave me alone.
You mean I can't? No.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
Tell me about the movie The Bellboy is Watching. Is that the name of it?
The Bellboy is Watching?
Oh,
That's a very...
excuse me.
Blame it on the Bellboy.
Blame it on the Bellboy. Hey! I think a better title is The Bellboy is Watching.
The Bellboy is Watching.
Right?
Yeah.
If you think about it,
it's sort of
more provocative.
It's got that sort of intrigue.
The Bellboy is
Watching.
But okay, it's too late now, I suppose.
It is too late now, I think. I don't know, maybe...
You play the Bellboy in this?
No, I don't play the Bellboy.
Oh,
actually,
gee whiz.
Bronson Pinchot.
Who has the lead? I mean, you have the lead, of course. But...
I play the don't part.
I see.
There you go. Don't part? Don't blame it on the Bellboy. No, blame it on the Bellboy.
Blame it on the Bellboy.
I got the title wrong, too.
Yeah.
He plays the Bellboy. Bronson, this is a very important film to me. There are three people who check into the hotel who have very similar names.
Right.
I'm Melvin Orton, there's a Morris Horton, and then there's a Mike Lawton. And
obviously there's a mix-up.
There is a mix-up and all sorts of hilarious...
Hijinks ensue.
Yes, indeed, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have a show? You want it? What? We don't have time to show the...
No, well, we were going to show the clip. But it gives the whole film away. You see, it's a wonderful clip.
Well, you pretty well covered it right there.
It gives the whole film away.
It's like it's a farce.
It's a farce, yeah. It was done in Venice, actually, in one location, in one hotel, which I gather is the classic sort of setup for a farce.
Sure, doors in and out of doors and all that kind of stuff.
It's very well engineered.
I like that kind of comedy.
Yeah, it's great. It's not really. I mean, I think it's a fairly substantial piece, but it's not substantial in the sense that it doesn't get into the primaries or anything like that.
Yeah, but
But it's fun.
I like good high camp farce.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a short break here.
Oh, a long break, maybe.
Best idea you had tonight.
Presenting some of the 2,000 body parts you can clean with Lever 2000, the deodorant soap that's better for your skin. Tender parts like your earlobe and pinky, and parts like your feet that tend to get stinky. Parts that sweat, parts that get dry, and parts that you got, and you don't know why. Because Lever 2000 has special skincare ingredients. So you can use it on pretty parts, gritty parts, even little bitty parts. Lever 2000, the deodorant soap that's better for your skin and all your 2,000 parts.
Have you tried Folgers Coffee Singles?
One coffee
in its own filter.
Singular sensation, every single cup you brew.
It's like brewing a whole pot. One cup at a time.
Singular sensation, fresh brewed mornings for you.
There's ground roast in here.
In its own filter.
Folgers, singular sensation, just for one.
Folgers Coffee Singles, one sensational way to wake up.
19 seconds to go, and Portland is up by 2. Worthy will inbound to Perkins. Perkins gets the ball into the hands of Scott. Scott, Worthy, Scott, back to Worthy. Worthy underneath for Perkins. He blows the 2. The ball's on the floor. To the side. Porter has it. Drexler, they're going to win it. Breakaway. Rip City. Yes, sir. I love this game.
Making life a little sweeter. Making life a little sweeter. Mars. Making life a little sweeter. Sit right back and stay a while. Making dreams a little truer. Life a little
Okay, my next guest. Here's one of the truly all-time great drummers, Louie Bellson. His new album is called Peaceful Thunder. It's going to be out March the 10th. Louie's going to be in New York City at the Blue Note from April 28th to May 3rd. Would you welcome Mr. Louie Bellson? Get him, Lou. Bellson. Oh, yeah. You don't slow down at all. You just get better and better and better. Does it become more work? Doesn't seem like it.
I've been working harder than ever.
Yeah, you're traveling all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's a lot of far, like New Zealand, Australia.
Well, you mentioned that, yeah.
And
I understand congratulations are in order. I met the young lady this afternoon. You're getting married again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name is Francine Wright.
Yeah.
San Jose.
Congratulations. Where's she sitting? She here?
She's on.
Hey, Francine. Where you at? She's right there. There you are, over there. Stand up. Hi, Francine. Good for you. Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Thanks, man.
Real happy for you. So the new CD is just is coming out the March. Is it in here? Usually people, the stage crew, usually swipes this stuff. There it is. Taking it home with me with my meat I have in there from Jim Fowler. Anyway, it's great to see you. Where are you heading next? You're going to the Blue Note?
The Blue Note in New York, and then on to New Zealand, Australia,
Right.
and then Europe with the big band.
And Dudley, you're going back something that's very important. You're playing with the
Baltimore Symphony.
Baltimore Symphony.
Yeah, February 23rd. Yeah, I'll be bringing my drum kit along, and I'm doing Mozart's 21st and Rhapsody in Blue.
We'll be right. We'll be right back. Zoom, bow, bow, bow. Zoom. Okay, we're back. Just time to say goodnight. Oh, me. Anyway, it's good to see you again. Come by anytime. And Dudley, it's not called Watching the Boy. Don't blame the bellboy.
Don't blame the bellboy.
Don't blame the bellboy.
Blame it on the bellboy.
Blame it on the bellboy. Well, you check with your local library and they'll tell you where it's playing. I'll see you in the desert tomorrow. Chevy Chase, the Smothers Brothers, and Linda Hopkins. Good night.